boom. So we're now recording. Okay, this is the house that Tom built. Actually, it's the house that Bernie built. My friend Bernie built it. I designed it. It's not like, if you're expecting some mansion, it's not that. It's a pretty simple house, but hey, I built it when I was a young guy. So what the heck, so I went ahead and did that. We had 4 kids in that house and had a great basement. It was a great location and located on a on a fairly busy street, but we had like a football field or like 2 football fields behind us, a lot of room. So it was a great place to raise our family, and we went ahead and did that. So that's what it looked like when it was all done. Sold it for good profit after we moved. I left that house to move to New York. So that's I've been here now for 23 years. That's some years ago. So that's what we're going to build. You're going to notice that there's there's some differences, but not too many. And so that's what we're going to be building. That's what we're going to be doing. And so I want to kind of point out a couple things here so that you're aware of it. Can you guys see my cursor right here? Moving?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do this to help it make it a little more
Yeah.
visible. Okay, thanks. I'm going over here. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay, now we're over here. This portion down here, this is actually a brick on the bottom. So it's got brick to the belt line is what they call that. Then it's got siding above. It's a pretty common thing. You've seen this in a lot of houses. Now this brick right here was actually face brick, or actually brick veneer. It was only like, 3/4 of an inch thick. It was really thin. And you basically would snap it in to these grooves. I'll show you real quickly how that worked. Just so you guys are aware of that. So what I did here, just to show you what this worked like, this is where we actually, let's see if you guys can open that. Okay. This is the actual lot. That's this is my daughter right here. She is now, gosh, how old is she? She's 32 or something. And so she's right there, and that's Joel and Matthew, my nephews. And so that's what we have there. And so that's where we built it. Now, next I want to show you real quickly here is we did the excavation. We actually went in here and basically did this. So we basically opened it all up. That's Bernie, the guy I was talking about. Bernie did this 1992, 11/11/1992. So we went ahead and did this. We were committed at this point, had to put it all together. Next thing we did is, one thing we did about this, it's very interesting, is we had to, as we did this, this is the final result. This is what it looked like when we got this in place. Right here, we got this. That's me right there. Back when my hair was dark. That's my daughter Elizabeth. That's my son John. He's now an architect here in Rochester. Elizabeth is a nurse here in the Rochester area. And there's Bernie. Okay, so we got that. So anyway, we built. You dig down. You basically dig down, and you'll notice the nature of the soil here. You've got a lot of clay. So there's a lot of clay right here, and you have the top. So at the top, that's pretty typical. Shows you what that looks like. Next, I want to point out right here is excavation and what the walls look like here. So once we did this, one thing you're going to notice here, it's a little bit different, is you're going to notice that there's wood down here in the basement. Now, why would there be wood in the basement? Well, the reason why is we did a permanent wood foundation, which means you pour a concrete pad in the actual basement. You just a concrete pad, and then you build with pressurized wood, pressure treated lumber. Okay, so it's what they call womanized. And essentially, it's got a much higher concentration of the preserving additives and so forth. And so actually, it was a wood basement. It's a permanent wood foundation. It's not a real common building technique, so that's what they did. That's my daughter Elizabeth. That's my daughter Katie, who now have kids of their own. So that's what we have there. And then here's something. Now, when you're doing this kind of a situation, what you have is you actually move the walls, you build the walls, and then you carry them. That's actually me. Actually carry these walls with some buddies of mine. This was actually at another friend's this is actually Bernie's house. Bernie's also built a permanent wood foundation. So that is what we did right there. So we actually were doing this right here. We're building this right here. We had to get it all straight, which we did. So we were all there, and these walls weighed a ton. But you took them in like 8 foot by 8 foot section. You took them and dumped them in there, and then they got hammered down with stainless steel nails. I'm not kidding, stainless steel. And I'll tell you what, man, that's you don't drop those and lose them. I mean, because they're very pricey. So we did that, and we actually hauled those into place. And then after that, we placed the walls. They actually took them and we inserted them into the hole and positioned them, and then we actually got them into place. So we're doing that right there. And then, so this is how the process goes. And I just want to show you this. One more thing about this is part of the process as you do this is you're building it. you'll run into this kind of a thing where you actually are building it. And so once you've got the permanent wood foundation here, you then just go straight up. You go straight up with your plywood, you do your studs. And the thing I like about this particular project is it's so simple. It really makes it easy to see how this all goes together. So that's why I like showing these pictures. So you have that right there. Again, that's Bernie. And this is what, December 7th. Wow, 1992. That was almost the anniversary. So we got that right there. So we got that. And then we had this right here. Okay, here's another one right here. There we are doing this. And so there we are, same day, December 7th. Okay, right here. So we're knocking this out. That's the interior look like. So it was essentially just like a big cube, made it real easy for building, and really very efficient as far as everything went. And so we got that. Let's see what else we got here. And then we've got this right here. We got the built exterior frame. Let's go ahead and show you this. This will be, okay, so this is what it looked like when it was all taken care of. This is what it was built like. And then we put the finishes on it. We put the cladding on the bottom, which was the brick veneer. And then we put siding up at the top. So we did that. One more thing I'll show you, and then we'll move along. Over here, this is what the insulation looked like here. The insulation looked like this kind of stuff. It's this blue, the blue foam type stuff. And what you did is you actually placed the brick in the channel. So it was a special kind of foam that actually had some raised channels, and you actually would take the brick and it snapped right into it with these clips. So you had these clips right here, which gave it a mechanical bond. And then you snapped it into there. And then when it was all done, you used a grout bag to actually grout all the different, all of the joints. So that's something I had to do in the spring after we moved in. So that's all what we did there. And then back to where we were, there's another shot of what that looked like when it was all done. And this is what we have right there. So that's what it looked like. That's a little bit of a detail. So we took these pictures, that's what it did. So that is what we're going to be building. We're going to be building this house right here. So to do this right now, just to show you what this looks like in Revit, this is what the house looks like in Revit. This is what I did. And the thing is, you can see the similarity. And you're also seeing down here, I just went with a concrete basement just because it's more common. It's a little bit more probably realistic to what you would do out here. So this is what we're going to build. So this is what it looks like. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go through the process of building this. So how do we do this? First thing we do, we always go out to Blackboard. Once you have the Blackboard, you are going to download the template right here. Download the template. You download the template, it's Winthrop House, RTE, you've got this. Now, once you've got that, I actually have these video tutorials. I actually have 3 parts right here, and I've got this one right here, CAD for Construction. I'm going to be going through quite a bit more tonight because we lost a week because of Veterans Day, so going to have to kind of do it that way, which is what we're going to do. So now that we have it here, we'll be doing quite a bit tonight. So we'll be getting into this. So getting into this right now, I jump into
Professor?
here. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. So I know we were talking about Revit at the beginning. I did download the template. I'm wondering, it looks like it's created in the 2020 version.
Yeah.
I have the Revit 2022. So when I try to open your template, it actually, I think is trying to update it. Like you said, it automatically does. But then it won't update it. It says an unknown error occurred while trying to open your template.
All right. Well, I started this one tonight. This was actually, I got part of the way done. This is how far I got so far tonight. I just kind of like to go through this, make sure it's done. So I'm going to close this one and I'm going to start a new one from scratch just to show you exactly what the process is. So this is the finished one right here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start a new one. This is how you do this. Now, remember, you don't double click on the template. If you double click on the template, it behaves differently. So let me show you the process you want to use. You go to File, and then you'll go to New Project. File, New Project. Okay. Now here, you browse off of the template. You don't click on this, you go to Browse. So you browse out here, and I go to my downloads, and my downloads are right here, Winthrop House template. And it's going to say the same thing that it said to you. So I'm going to go here, and it does this. It says model upgrade. Your model is being upgraded. That's normal. It's supposed to do that. I actually did this on Revit 2018 because I was actually doing this. The school had 2018 back then, so I had to use a older version. So I'm upgrading it right now to 2022. Is that what you're talking about, Kay?
Yeah, that pops up first, and then after that, there's like a error.
Okay, there shouldn't be an error. But anyway, so once you're into here, this is how it should look. Okay, so you didn't get this far?
No, it won't let me open it. So it says after that window, then another window comes up that says an unknown error occurred while accessing the template.
Okay, so you went through the exact same process that I did. You didn't just double click on the template, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, if anyone, okay, what I could do is I can send you a 2022 version if that would be helpful. Send me a, I'll save, what I'll do right now is this. What I'm gonna do is this. I'll make this really easy on all of us. I'll do this right now. I'll go to File and I'm gonna go to Open. And I'm gonna open, let's see, I wanna open the template. Let's see here. So to do this, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna cheat. I'm gonna go out here to the downloads. I'm gonna double click, just open this up. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna double click on this, boom, boom. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade the model here. Okay, so I'm doing this. So I'm doing this right now, and it's gonna do this. I'm gonna save this as a template. I'm gonna upload it onto the other one. So if you, so this will give everyone the latest and greatest. So this shouldn't be a problem, but since you guys are reporting this a problem, I'll fix this right now. So I'll show you how this all works here. So I'll save this as 2022 as a template. Okay, so there it is. It's blank. So I can go to File, Save As, and I want to save it as a template. And I want to save it as Winthrop House template, and I'm going to name it Winthrop 2022 right here, 2022. And I should probably, I'll just save it to the, well, I'll just go ahead and save it to the desktop. And I'm going to save it to Winthrop stuff. I'll go ahead and save it there. Boom, like that. Okay, so I just saved it. So now that I saved it, I'm going to close out of this. I'm going to close out of this. And I'm going to close out of this here. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back over to here. I'm going to post this. So back over to here, this is the template file. I'm going to update it right now. So I'm going to go to here and I'm going to go to hit this drop down. I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to just showing you live. This is how this works. The old saying is it's like watching someone make sausage. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and browse out to this local file. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in this one under the on the desktop. Winthrop. Right here, open. Okay, that's what I want to do. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. Wait, oop, wait, am I doing the right thing? No, I'm doing the wrong thing. What happened here? Okay, good. And then we'll go here. I'll go ahead and type this in here. See if that worked. Okay, all right, so here it is. You got a choice of either template right now. You've got 2020, you got 2022, okay? You see that now? Does that make sense, Kate?
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna download this one right now and we'll see, and this one may work better for you. So if you can simultaneously do that, you can try this, but we do the same thing, File, New. By the way, if you're out here and you from the start, you just do this, you go to New, do the same thing, New. Browse, you're gonna browse out to your downloads. You'd go ahead and grab the 2022 template, which is right here. I'll grab this. So I grab the 2022 template and I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Boom. And it does this. There we go. So now that I got this, I'm going to start this process. Now, so the next thing you want to do is you want to download the actual construction documents. Construction documents are right here. If you click on this right here, it's going to open this up and they look like this. And so if I want to open this up, I can download this. And I'm going to go ahead and save it. I'm going to open it. by going to here. And when I open this, this is what it looked like. This is what the Winthrop project looks like, which I have a set of the file of the plans right here, which we're going to go through. So now that we've done all that, we're going to go through the process. Now, a lot of this is just going to be lather, rinse, repeat of what we did with the custom garage project. There's just more of it. So we're going to go with this. You want to definitely print this out. And this is the first floor. First floor plan looks like this. It's called first floor right here. And then down here, I've got this, which is actually first floor detail. I got the first floor detail here. Now, the first floor detail, you'll notice it doesn't have the garage. It's actually zoomed in. I did this so that you guys can actually see what you're actually going to put together here. So let me show you how this goes. Okay, so first of all, notice this. I'm going to go ahead and show you this real quickly here. This says 27 feet. Okay, and then over here on the right, over here on the right, it is also 27 feet. So it's a 27-foot dimension. So I'm going to go back to Revit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to this one. This is my completed version right here. I'm going to go to level 1. And when I go to level 1, it looks like this here. You'll notice it says 27 feet here and 27 feet there. And then I also have 23 feet for the garage and 24 feet. So I've got that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this process by going here and going to level 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to draw this. So I go to wall. Now, when I go to wall, you notice I click on this, and by default, it says basic wall, brick exterior wall. Now, one thing you always want to do, and let me stop here, because I'm going to start to draw this, and I want to show you why you want to do what I'm going to show you right now. So if I just start to draw right now, you're going to notice that I'm drawing right now. Now, take a look at that. You've only got 2 lines. The reason why it's only got 2 lines is because I do not have my detail, my fine detail toggles. So down here, I go down here to my view control, and I change my detail level to fine. So I change my detail level to fine. I'll start the wall command again, go to wall again, and I'm going to go to here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start to draw this. Now I can just go ahead and start to draw. Now you notice that right now, you'll see that right now, you can see that the brick wall is actually to the outside. You can see that as I'm drawing it. So I'm going to go straight this way. And what's the dimension? Well, we said it was 27. I'll just say 27. We'll just do this, and because I'll need to fix it, but that's okay. We'll just go 27 by 27, and then down 27, and then down 27. We'll go ahead and just connect that. So I got those. Now, once I've done that, I'll go ahead and connect those. Now, you'll notice that what I did is I want to see those lines. So now this over here indicates that this is actually the brick exterior wall. So let me go out to here. So if I take a look at this in 3D, let's see what it looks like. And I click on this, and looks like that. That's what I just created right there. That is what I have right there. That's what it should look like. Always be checking in 3D. Now, if it turns out that your walls are facing the wrong way, in other words, the brick is facing in, this is what you do. You click on this wall right here, and then you could right click and go to change walls orientation. Now watch what happens when I do this. When I go to change walls orientation, it flipped it. Now the brick is on the inside. All right. That I didn't need to do that, but if that does happen, that's what you would do. Now you notice this is just drywall on the outside. So that's how you'd go ahead and make that work. So I just undo that. So that is what it should look like when you're done putting that together. Now let me go back here. And now that I've done this, let's go ahead and talk, well, not that one, but this one. So I've got this one right here. So now that I've got this, and this is in place right now, I want to make sure that my walls actually are the right size. So I'll go ahead and click on this. And this says 27 feet. Now notice what it's measuring. It's measuring to the interior. What I had shown you before is it's actually supposed to be to the exterior. So 27 feet exterior and 27 feet exterior on both of those. So that is what you want right there. You want it to be 27 feet both ways. So it's not. So I can fix it. So I go to here. How do I fix it? Well, I go to here. And the first thing you want to do is you want to move these. Okay, over here, this is actually move your witness line. Now, if I click on it once, it goes the outside. If I click on this once, it goes the outside. If I click on it again, it goes the midpoint and then back to the inside. So I can actually adjust these. And you want it to be on the outside. Now here it says 28'1", so I change it to 27. Boom, that's done. So I just made that 27 feet. Now I click on this one, and this one says 27 feet. And again, same issue. So I click on this to move the witness line to the outside. I click on this to move that to the outside. This is a big part of what you're doing. This is how you get precision. This is how you get this to be precise. So we'll go to the outside. Oh, come on, you go to the outside. Why isn't it going to the outside? I don't know. If it doesn't want to go, you can click and just drag it. which I just did. So I just clicked and dragged it. Okay, sometimes you have to do that, and then type in 27. So now what I've got that is 27 by 27. Now, if you want your dimensions to be permanent, I can click on this, and you'll notice this little icon down here. It looks like a dimension. If I click on that, it turns this blue dimension, which is temporary, to black. It makes it 27 feet. And then I want to do the same thing for this one over here. Whoop, not that one, but over here. And I want to go ahead and make this go to the outside and go to the outside again. And when I do that, I got to click on this, and that's 27. So I've got that. So I got 27 feet by 27 feet. You always want to make sure that you're building it correctly. And then you go back and check your 3D view. So it looks like this. Now we're good to go. Now, let me point out something else here. If I go back over here to my other one, I want to show you something here. Now, notice this right here. Is the garage actually situated at the same level? Is it situated at the same level as the rest of the house?
No, it isn't.
No, it's not. And the reason it's not, this is typical construction. If you were to go outside and you have a garage, your garage is going to be actually on grade, and your house will be up usually a foot or more. That's how that works. That's normal. That's normal procedure. So therefore, when we put in the garage, we want to put the garage in on grade. If I actually click on this right here, it tells me that the floor of that is on grade. If I click on this wall, it tells me that the base constraint is grade. So I'm going to go back here to my level 1, and I'm going to go ahead and make this in grade. Now, I'm going to do the same thing I did before, go to architecture and go to wall. So I'm going to go to wall, and now I'm going to continue to use brick exterior wall. I'm just going to kind of like place it right here. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this here and just pull it along. Now, at this point, the distance there is 23 feet. So 23, then I go down 24, and it probably won't fit, but let me just give it a try. Okay, it goes and do that. Okay, so just went ahead and did that. So it doesn't like that very much. So I'm just going to move this wall up a little bit. I'll fix it in a minute. So now that I've got this, I want to go ahead and I want to change its location. Now, this needs to be, actually, this distance needs to be 1'6". So it's 1'6" right here. So this has got to be 1'6". I'm just telling you that. I don't think it's on the plans. Okay, so 1'6" is what you want there. So 1'6" is that dimension. Now the dimension down here and down there are the same. Now down here, you're going to notice that this doesn't look so good, but if I click on this, I can click on this end and just drag it a little bit, drag the wall in like that, and it heals. Now it healed it, but it gave me a problem. Let me show you something here now. I'm going to show you, and this happens to all of us. So I'll go to here. Now look at this. What's wrong with this? Well, my walls aren't right. So if I click on this, I right click and go to change walls orientation. And I'll go here and I right click and go change walls orientation. That's just how you got to do that. Okay. So now that I've got that, I need to make sure that my walls are the correct size. So I got the 1'6". That's good. Now, how do I get these others? So if I click on this right here, this tells me this is 22 feet and some change. And I want to go ahead, and that's supposed to be, the full length of that is supposed to be 23 feet. So I'll make it 23. Boom, that's 23. I'll click on this, and it does that. So now I got a 23-foot dimension. And now I'm going to click on this, and this next part, this dimension, let's see if I can get this one. Okay, this one, I want this to be 24 feet. So I click on this to move it to the outside, like that, and same down here. Okay, then go to 24, boom, like that. All right, so now that's 24 feet. And so I've got that. So my garage is now properly done. So I got this. Now I have to move this one too. So I'm going to change this right here, change walls orientation like that. And I just changed it because I did. And so I'll make that 24 because that should be, go back to here. I'll get rid of this right there. And we'll go back to here and do this. And we want to make that 24. All right.
Professor, how did you get that 1 foot, that 1 foot gap that you put there in between the two walls at the top?
Yeah, I actually, what I did is I actually just kind of used my temporary dimensions. So if that's not, so what you would do here is place it like this right here. It says,
Yep.
you move this around, this 1'6".
Oh, 1'6".
Yeah,
Okay.
1'6", what that is. And then at that point, I need to change this to be 24 because I just adjusted it. So 24 feet. Now at that point it's 24. Now that just moved that wall, okay? Because this is where it can be a little bit weird. But what I want to do right now is I do not want this wall. Well, let's try this. Let's just try it this way. I'll just go ahead and move these. So it's got to move. Okay, so it's got to move up 2'1". Got to go up 5 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to let's just try it this way. Try it that way. See if I can't do it that way. So we'll try that again. And all right. We're almost there, so that's good. And just go ahead and move it one more. Okay, 1'4". I'll try it. I'll just go ahead and use this, just kind of make it down 1'6", because you can do it this way too. One more time. Everything but. There we go, 1'6". So it's 1'6" now. So I just use my arrow keys to do that. So let me check this out, make sure I got it. And that's 1'6". That's 24'1". So let me do this. Let me pin this wall down. I'm going to pin this wall so it doesn't move. Now to pin a wall, that means you don't want it to. So I'll click on this and you can actually pin it in place right here. So this is how you can keep things from skating around. Little kind of cool tricks. You click there, I just pinned it down. Now at this point, when I go ahead and make this 20, I want to make this 24 now. So I just make that 24. And the other wall did not move. Okay, so if I go back to there, click on here, it's still 1'6". Now it's 24, so they're all correct. So we got this. Now, one thing I'm going to show you, one little trick here. You got 23, you got 24, we're ready to go. The one dimension that I want to place in here, I'm going to go right up here. And by the way, notice right here, it's not giving me what I want. I want the exterior. Just press your tab key till you see what you want. So I press my tab key, I'll pull along. That says, I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, try that again. Do that again. Okay, so I hover my cursor here, press my tab key. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. All right, tab key there, and then I press the tab key again there. Then I just click in space. Now at that point, this says 1'6". I don't necessarily want to put this on both sides, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to give this a suffix. We did this before with AutoCAD, the same thing. I'm going to type in TYP, and I'll hit OK. That means that they're both on both sides, and then I could actually go ahead and move that text around, but I'll just leave it there for right now. So I'll just go ahead and use this. And let's see here, move that text a little bit. Let's see here. Cancel. Now I'm going to turn off this thing. It's kind of getting in my way. Throw your mouse, okay. All right. All right, and today. So you can drag the text over a little bit if you want to, just kind of make it a little bit neater. Okay, so now let's take a look at it, see what we got. And it looks something like that, okay? Now, I did what I said you're not supposed to do. I went ahead and I made these walls. I didn't put them on grade, so I'm gonna go ahead and change them from level 1 to grade. So they actually go down. It's a teachable moment, so I'll go here and do the same thing here and make this also grade. And we'll do that. And okay, good. And then we'll do the same thing here. I'll make this one grade. So this is what you have to do to do that. Okay, now it's all grade. So we are good to go. Now, once you got that, it looks like this, where you actually see that is actually down. So it's lower. So that is how you do this, which gives us the same look that we had here. That's what you want to have. Okay, so that's what we have in place. And now what we're going to do is we're going to continue on here. So now I've got those items. So what I'm going to do now that I have this all placed, and this is how you want to do this, by the way, you want to always make sure you're building on a good foundation, just so that you get it in place. So you still don't start placing things and have to move things around after that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my garage door. Now my garage door, how do I find out what that is? Well, again, your construction plans have all that in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my construction plans, and it says overhead sectional garage door, and it tells me it's number 7. If I look back on my schedule, I go back here on my schedule right here. I've got a schedule which actually shows me all the different items, all the different doors and windows. This is where I get this. And that's number 7, which is overhead sectional garage door. So I'll go ahead and grab that. So I'll go over here to my door, and I'll go ahead and take a look at my different choices. And it's right here. no, overhead section of garage door. It's here. And now I'm going to do is notice that I can place it right here. Now, notice what happened right there. When I placed it right there, you'll notice that it's giving me 11 feet, 2 3/4 on either side. That's what it's giving me right there. So it's going to space it perfectly center. So go ahead and click there, boom, and it's in place right there. Now, let me take a look at it just to see what it looks like. Now, what's wrong in this picture? It needs to be set to grade. So I'll click on that and I set it down to be at grade. So I go down here and set it at grade. So I got that. So now I've got that. That's in place right there. So we're looking pretty good here. Now I'll go back over here to level 1. And one thing about this is you'll notice that I've got this this tag. That's your tag. And I have it automatically set up to depict your tags. One thing you're going to notice right now is my door is not visible, only you can't see the cut through. We'll get to that later. That actually is what's called the cut plane. So I'm going to save this now. Go ahead and save this as file, save as. I'm going to call this one, oh gosh, I'll go ahead and save it to the desktop. And we'll go ahead and go desktop. And what the heck, we'll go ahead and call this one Winthrop. And this one's called Winthrop House. Winthrop House. Brennan. And let's go ahead and say 2022 like that. Why not? All right, so we'll do that. Okay, so I've got that. Now at this point, we're starting to work. And so now I also need to put in another door at the back here. Where's that door go? Well, this door is right here. Now, I didn't give you a dimension for this one here. So typically the dimension, I think, let's see, let me see what that dimension is. Okay, so it's 2 feet and something crazy. Okay, but it's basically, if I want to change it, like if I made like, let's go ahead and say 2'4", like that. 2'4", that's fine. 2'4" is fine, 2'6". I didn't give you a dimension there. The door just kind of placed right there. So I'm going to place that one right there. Now that one, like I'm saying, I'm giving you guys a little bit of slack on that one. You could move it closer to maybe, probably 2 feet better. Let's just use 2 feet, make it a little closer. So I'll make that 2 feet, nice even distance. And we'll go back over here and number 6, the door is number 6. So what's the 6? 36 by 84, 36 by 84. So I'll go over here and I'll insert that one. So I'll go to my doors. And I'll go ahead and grab a 36 by 84 inch door. Let's see here, 36 by 84 inch, which is a single flush door. And I'll go right back to here. And I'll go ahead and place this right there too. And I'll go ahead and flip it that way. Now you're going to notice that this is the wrong number. So I'm going to change this to be number, what's supposed to be there? 6, number 6 is that. So I'll type in 6, hit enter, and it gives me that. And then my dimension here, I can move it back over here a little bit like that, get it out of the way. So I've got that. Now I got my door. If I take a look at that in 3D, I can go, now I see my door, and same thing. I got to go ahead and put that on grade, just because that's where it goes. Okay, so we got grade. We can go ahead and if I rotate this around, we're seeing, okay, we're starting to get some information there. And yeah, that looks like it's a little bit closer than I want it to be. So let me see about that. Oh yeah, I want it to be 2 feet. This I want it to be 2 feet right here. So I want that to be 2 feet. Yeah, that's more like it. So 2 feet there, and we'll just go ahead and drop that there. So that's what we want. So I got that in place, and then I got a window over here. Now the window, what does that look like? Well, the window over here, if I go here, it's window number 1. If I click on this, this is actually it's right here. It's fixed garage window, so that's pretty easy. So I was going to drop that. And I'll let it center, I'll let the program center it for me. So go to window, same kind of thing. And go down here and find the garage window right there. Garage window there. Go ahead and take it and drop it here. And you'll notice that by default, it's finding the midpoint. So I click on the midpoint, boom, drops it in there. I take a look at it in 3D and it looks like, like this. Yes, so there it is. So I got the window right there. So I got the window in place. We're looking good so far. And yes, it's coming together quite nicely. Okay, let me see something here. Let me flip this out. There we go. Yes, if that's not showing, you can flip that as well. So now I've got the 3 elements that belong in there, and that's looking quite good. So I've done that. Now that I've done that, this is what this looks like. So I've got these elements in place, and that's all great. And then next thing I want to do is, as I'm going along here, I want to do the other doors, which are up here. And we're just about at 7 o'clock. So we're gonna give you guys a couple minutes. I know some of you guys have to get kids to bed and so forth. So let's go ahead and take let's take 7 minutes. 6:59. We'll take 7 minutes. We'll come back. So we're gonna stop right there. We're gonna pause and we'll come back. So we're going to come back in 7 minutes. So I'll see you guys in 7 minutes, and so we'll see you then. We'll be back in a few. I'm gonna just mute this, and I'll see you in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Anyone here? I have a quick question.
I'm here, but what's up?
Remember how he showed us how to get that properties window? I don't have it and I forgot how to get it. He said from analyze or annotate.
Which window? Because there's a lot of.
The one on the left. Properties. That's it show for plan and the level 3, level 2.
Can't remember. I can't remember it. I think it's on the video. Which video did we do? Because I was looking at the other videos also, and I can pull it up real quick and tell you which one it was.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's no problem. I think it's in the that's week 11. It's in week 9 and 10 for the floor plan. Well, it should be.
Week 9, you said?
The video to get it, I believe it's in the week 9 and 10.
Okay, I'll see.
If not, I'll go through all of them and see if I can find myself.
I'm not sure.
Okay, when I was away, I did hear a question come up. Did that get resolved? Is there still a question on the table there?
I'm still trying.
What's your question?
Uh, so the window that's on the left that show floor plan and level 1, 2, 3. I cannot find it.
This one right here?
Yes,
You use the template, right?
yes.
Okay, all right, as you hold, okay, it's called the fixed garage window. So if you go here, and if you scroll down, you'll notice that there's some
No,
windows.
no, it's the whole window. I cannot, it's not there. Remember when you showed us, you can find it from annotate or from analyze, I'm not sure.
Okay, are you saying right now that your property's missing?
Yes,
Okay, if your property's missing, then what you want to do is you go on and go over here to view. You go to view right here, and then you go over here to user interface right here, and you turn on your properties.
okay, got it, thank you.
All right, very good. Okay, so that is how we go ahead and get this together here. And we're good to go. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so now,
Can
next,
you tell me again, what did you do when you changed the hand of the door? What physically happened there?
when you change the hand of the door, you would go ahead and you click it right here. and-
You did it, I thought you did it on the garage door, and I couldn't tell what happened when you did it on the garage door.
Yeah, what happened was this. I'll show you. I'll go to the 3D view. It'll make it more visible. Okay, see the lines on there? Well, they kind of come and go, don't they? Okay, let's see here. All right. Okay, for whatever reason. Okay, what that does right here is it actually, okay, notice that there's a thickness on the garage wall. So if I click on this, and if I right click and go to flip hand, actually, so flip facing actually forces it out. Flip facing will face it one way or the other. So flip facing does that. Flip hand doesn't do anything in this one right here. I do not think.
Okay, so it's facing that we want. We want it to be flush with the brick.
Well, actually, it's going to be set in. It's going to be set in a little bit like this right here. That's going to be normal right there.
That's
So
the right way. Okay, thanks.
that's what it should look like when it's all done. So yes, and so you got that, and so yeah, so that's pretty much how that looks. Okay, all right, now we're going to move down to here. We're going to put the doors in over here, and we'll go ahead and we'll focus on this one. Okay, the one over here on the right was a really nice door that we got. It was actually this one right here. It's actually what's called a triple glass 108 by 84 inches triple glass. Okay, and it's 6'6" from the outside. So I'll go ahead and grab that, and so I'll go ahead and go to door. And I'll go ahead and look for it here, and it is triple glass, 108 by 84. Go ahead and click on this. I'll go ahead and drop it right around here. And we'll just go ahead and drop it somewhere right around here. We'll do that. And then that one, once I've got that in there, that one actually swings out. So that's actually the right orientation. And then once I've got that there, I'm going to click on this, and I want it to be 6'6". So I have to adjust this grip by, or that witness line, and I'll make it 6.5 like that, and that's 6'6". So I'm going to do this. Boom, done. We got that. Okay, now if you wind up putting in a dimension you don't want to have, like right here, I have these because it puts them all together. If you don't want the other one, if you hold your tab key down, you can click on this right here. Actually, yeah, I clicked on the tab key. And I held on the tab key and clicked on this right there. Then once I have that selected, I can delete it like that. You can get rid of those. Okay, now next thing I want to put in this kitchen window, which is right here. So that's actually this number 5, which is slider with trim, slider 5 foot by 3 foot, number 2. Okay, so that's the one. And I'll go here, I'll put that in there. So I'll go to my window, and that's slider with trim, 5 foot by 3 feet with a 2. Go here, and I'll go ahead and I'll drop it right around. This is going to be 7'4" from the edge. So go there, drop it there. And then when I go here, I want to make that 7'4". So I want to go here and then out to here. All right. And that's got to be 7'4". 7'4" like that. And there that is. I'll click on that. So it does that. So I got that in place. So I got those and it's building up quite nicely. If I take a look at it in 3D, I can see that, yep, that's looking pretty good there. So I got those, that's looking great. Okay, now the next ones I've got are the ones in the front. Okay, so I got these other ones in the front. This one is actually, the distance here is 7'4". So the door is 7'4" from over here, and this window's 7'4". So what door is this? Well, the door right here is door exterior single entry, and you can get this off your schedule. But that's going to be the front door. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that in. So go to door. Door exterior, single entry, half arch glass wood. It's down there. So go ahead and just drop this right along here. And we'll drop that. And once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and need to number that to make that number 4. And you want to just go through and make sure your numbers are correct as you go through here. And I've got that. I'm going to click on this, and this one needs to be flipped inside like that. And then the dimension, we want to actually put this from the like that. One. Okay. All right. So I want to make that one 7'4". 7'4". Boom. All right, that's what that is. That's 7'4", there to there. Okay, so there. Okay, so that's looking pretty good, and we got that in place. So I'll just go ahead and take a look at it to verify it looks right. And there it is. There's your front door. So it's starting to come together now. And we go to here, and now I want to put in my this one over here. Okay, this one over here is actually, it's going to be window number 4, and this is double hung with trim 36 by 72. Okay, so window, double hung with trim 36 by 72. And it's not there, so I got to scroll up. And we'll drop that there. And once I've got that in place, I'm going to go ahead and drop it here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop this to here and make that 7'4". 7'4". Boom, there it is. And I'll go ahead and yes, I got that. Drop that. And that's good. And then this one right here, I don't need this one. So I hover my cursor over, hit my tab key, click on it, and hit my delete key. Get rid of that. Okay, now once I've got that, you would move your tag over. Your tag, you just want to kind of have it, you know, so it's not overlapping the other. So you want to do that. Just a little bit of refinement. So let's take a look at it in 3D. All right, not bad at all. So this is what it looks like to have that all completed. So we got that right there, though. That's what they call the fenestration, fancy word that means windows and doors. So your fenestration is now in there. So now what you want to do is you want to put down a floor. Now your floor can be put in a few different ways. And so I've got this floor here, and the floor right here, it looks like this. I got this wood truss with a carpet finish. So I'm ready to go there. And then what I can do here is by default, you'll notice that I have this. And right here, I've got this down here, and I'll go down here. So this right here, I've got the ability just to pick my walls. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick my walls, and okay. And oh, it went to the outside, so I don't want that. So I'll hit this, it goes inside there. You want to go to the inside. So you get this magenta line, and I go all the way around here. Once I've done that, I'll hit the green check mark, and it puts in my floor. Let's see what it looks like. So I'll go here. And my apologies for this really ugly carpet. You can change it. But for right now, you know, I'm just going to leave it there. And this is going to look like that. That's okay. That's the floor is going to project down until we get our basement in there. That's normal. That's okay. So don't worry about that. So it looks like this, and you can change the carpet, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to leave it like that. And yeah, it's nothing to write home about. Okay, so next thing you do next is we would then begin to put in our different I'll see this one. Okay, now over here, I've got these walls. Okay, now these walls. Okay, first of all, the way the walls are, I'm just going to basically, this one is 12'9". Okay, 12'9" from there. So I just go ahead and put one right across there. I'm going to make it 12'9". So let's work on that one first of all. We'll just go ahead and place that one. So I'll go ahead and go to my wall. Now my wall, it's going to be right here. This is actually going to be my interior wall. I've got an interior wall 4.5 inches. So I'll just start this. You want to make sure you change it. And I'll go ahead and click it here and drag it straight across. And when I drag it straight across, I can click on it. I want to go ahead and get a dimension here. So it's supposed to be 12'9". So I'll type in 12'9". Boom, there it is. That's now 12'9". I click on there, and that goes ahead and establishes that. So that is now in place. I can click on this and drag it in. And go ahead and do this. I'll do that for right now. So I've got that in place. So I've got that one wall in place. And then I've got another wall over here that's actually, so I got that 12'9" right there. And now I've got another wall right here, this one. This one is actually 13'10.5" right to there. So I'll draw an intersecting wall. And I can just go all the way across if I want to, or I can just, draw part of it. Doesn't really matter, but I'll just go ahead and go here and pull it straight down. And once I've got it there, I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's properly configured. And that one over here, I want that to be 13 feet, 10.5. So 13 feet, 10.5, boom, I do that. And that is now correct right there. So now I have those two in place. Okay, so that gives me those. Let's verify that it's right. I'll go ahead and touch it here. 13'10.5" like that. So I got that. So those are now properly in place. So I'll keep on going through here. So next thing I've got is that's 13'10.5". Now I've got those two intersecting. Now I've got this wall goes a little bit further this way. Okay, how far over? Well, it goes 5'2" from this source. So I can pull it over, and then I'm going to go down and get another wall over here. So I just go ahead and start to build this out. And so I'm going to go, okay, that's already there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make an intersecting wall, just going through here. And again, this is where it's so forgiving just to go ahead and do it this way. So I'll go ahead and go through these, and I'm just going to go ahead and put a couple more things in here just to get it right, because I'm going to need all these. And yeah, okay. So then when I've done that, I want to do a couple things here. I want to trim a couple things off here. So I can do a couple different ways. I can click on this wall here and just drag it back to this surface here. I can do that. That just kind of like cleans things up nicely. And I can do the same thing, just drag this right back to here. And there's an intelligence. It snaps to where, nope, didn't quite snap there, did it? So I want to snap it right to the end here, like this, like that, on you. Okay, and since I want those two to join, I can just go here and I just go ahead and say trim to the corner like this, and it goes ahead and joins those. Okay, so now I've got this, we're getting there, And what I want to do now is I'm going to click on this, and the distance here, I want to make that 5'2" from outside to outside. So first of all, I change my witness line to go outside, and I change a witness line over here to be outside, like that. So I'm gonna make that 5'2". So 5'2", boom, like that. So I just did that. I click there. All right, now I've got that dimension. So now this is building out quite nicely. Oh, I want to do it that way. And actually move the dimension itself. And this, move the dimension like that. Like that. Okay, 5'2". So we are looking good. Just to show you what I just did there. This is what this looks like here: 13'10.5" and 5'2". So I have those dimensions. This next one is 6'1" from the inside to the inside of the bathroom, 6'1". So I want to put that in there. So to do this, I'll click on here, and I want to go inside to inside, and it's going to be 6'1". So 6'1", boom. And you're seeing that as I go through this right now, what I'm actually able to do is to actually take these dimensions and to actually just use the temporary dimensions to build this out and make it look the way it's supposed to. That's all you got to do there. So 6'1", that is correct there. And then the last little bit here, this is supposed to be, what's that supposed to be? 8'9" from inside to outside. So I'll go here. And I want to go from here to, where do I go to? The inside here, right there. So that, and that actually has to go to the outside there. One more time. Okay, so go there, and then that's supposed to be 8'9". So from, yeah, 8'9", boom, like that. Okay, and that is what that is there. I click there, and that is what that looks like. Okay, so now that I've got these all together, I've got these dimensions, it looks good, and then we're good to go. Now I can start to place my doors. Now this door right here is actually door number 1. And right here, if I click on this, this is actually 30" by 80", a single flush. And again, this is on your window schedule. You can look on your window schedule, get the same thing. I'm just taking a little shortcut because I've got this in front of me. So 30 by 80 inches and single flush. So I scroll until I find that 30 by 80 inches single flush. I'll go ahead and take this and drop it here. And we're going to place this on the wall. And then when I've got that, I'm going to go ahead and click on this door. And I'm going to do this. And I didn't give you an actual dimension for that. So that one, that can be placed as long as it's, as long as the placement is roughly in this location, that's fine. So we'll go there. That's going to be door number 1. Like that. So we have that. Okay, that is door number 1. Now, here's where we get into some interesting things here. I've actually got a bifold door here. So go to door. And the bifold is actually located down here. And I'm going to scroll down here until I find the bifold. Actually, it's up here. That's a 48-inch bifold. I just know because I've done this so many times. So I'll go here and I'll drop this here. Boom. And it centers it perfectly. And that's actually supposed to be number 2. And it is. So we're good to go there. Okay. And then let's see here. So now if I take a look at it in 3D, you can see that, okay, this is starting to look like something. Okay. It's actually starting to look like the floor plan. So we have this right here. Then once we have that, we're then going to do one more thing, and that is we are going to go ahead and place the toilet fixtures. So those are down here under our project browser, under here, under plumbing fixtures. So go down plumbing fixtures here. And I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to grab this toilet domestic 3D. I'm going to grab it here, drop it into here. And you'll notice that right here, it does this. So if I press my space bar, I can rotate that and just drop it right there. And once I have that there, I can use my arrow keys to move it. And then I'm going to grab my sink vanity, do the same thing here. Take this and then hit my space bar. And place it there. Okay, so I've got that. Now at this point, this is actually looking like quite, looking pretty accurate now. Now, one thing I did for you guys, just because I kind of made my first class go through this. I actually, all this equipment right here, I've actually laid that out for you guys. And so you can actually grab that. By going down here at the very bottom of the project browser, you'll see there's groups. I got these groups, these model groups. I got this first floor kitchen casework. So I'm going to take this and pull it in here. And I'm going to drop it right around there. When I drop it there, boom, it does that. Okay. And that's going to make your life a lot easier. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move this. I'm going to take this. I'm going to, I'll use my align. I'll use my align tool, which you guys are all pretty familiar with now. So I'm going to go to align.
You want it in the garage, Tom?
Oops, nope, I don't. I want it over here. So let's go ahead and move it over here. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and drag this over here. All right, we'll do that. So now it's over there. Now it's actually in its proper location. We'll go ahead and take this. And I'm going to take that, I'm going to align it. We'll go from here to the inside here, and we want that to go there. And then we'll also use this wall here, and we'll use this right there. We'll drop that in. Okay, and then the rest of this stuff, we'll just leave it like that. And okay, and when you're done, it's going to look like this. All right, if you go to 3D, it's going to look like that. Okay, so there's your information there. So it's looking pretty good. All right, we're starting to make some progress. Okay, now you would actually have a carpet in the kitchen, but again, we're going to make this, we're just going to keep it kind of simple. So we got that. Now at that point, that is pretty well built out. Okay, so you got this space right here. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. And then you just want to dimension. Oh, then one last thing is you want to put in an opening here. Now the opening here is actually going to be a wall opening. So I'd go over here to architecture. And I'd go to wall right here. This is where you create a wall opening. So when I go to wall opening, watch the video. The video is going to show you what to do here. So to make a wall opening, it lets you cut a rectangular opening in a straight wall. So you do this. So the first thing you do is you select the wall, and then you select where you want it to go. So I'm going to do that. So I click on the wall opening, and I click on the wall, which is this. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a rectangle, and I go like that. When I do that, it goes ahead and it creates a wall opening. How do I know? Well, I go to 3D and I take a look at it. Now, what's wrong with this picture? Well, the problem is it actually went from the bottom, okay, so the opening actually goes above. So I need to tweak it. So to tweak it, first of all, the base offset's got to be 0. When I do that, it brings it all the way down to the bottom. And then the top offset's got to be -1 foot. So it actually goes down from the top. When I do that, I just fix that, and that's how we do that. So that's how we go and make that work. That's what that should look like. And then as far as the actual size right here, that size of that's going to be a 10-foot opening. So I'll go ahead and grab that and we'll make it 10 feet. I'll just go ahead and type in 10 like that. And then as far as that goes, over on this side, let's go ahead and just make that 2. Excuse me. All right, so we're looking good there. And so once we've done that,
Bless you.
yeah, thank you, thank you. All right, so now we are looking pretty good. That's how we do that first floor. Oops, let me get out of there. We'll go ahead and do this. Okay, so that's how we do the first floor plan. Now that's the basic information. That's how that should look. All right, why is that? I don't know why.
Would you mind clicking through the steps for the that opening again?
Sure, I'll go ahead and do that. So I'll go ahead and go back and back to the opening. Okay, so if I go back to the opening, you want to do it in the plan view. So if I go here, I'm going to delete it. Click on there and delete it. It's not there. So to go ahead and do this, I'd go to my wall. Okay, now the first thing it asks me is down here, it says, select a wall to create a rectangular opening. By the way, it's at the bottom. It's always going to tell you what to do, just like AutoCAD does on the command line. Revit does the same thing. So I click on the wall, which is this one. Once I click on the wall, I'm going to pick 2 points like this, going to make a rectangle like that. And once I got that, it's done. And then it shows up there. So I'm going to make it 10 feet wide. Okay. And then I'm going to take a look at it in 3D. Now, because when I do this, it doesn't look so good, I highlight it and I'm going to change the top offset to -1 and the base offset to be 0. So go to 0 like that. And when I do that, it looks like that. Okay, does that help?
Yes, thanks.
Okay, great. So I've got that. Now at this point, we are looking good. That's looking pretty darn good. So we got that. So level 1, that's pretty much complete. So we got that. So if I'm going to save it. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to do the second floor. So I'm going to go over here and go to level 2. Now level 2 looks like this here. Level 2 looks like this. Now you've got your second floor up above here. Then you got some walls and stuff. So I'm going to do the same thing. So the first thing I got to do is I'm going to go back over here to my level 1 here. When I go to my level 1 here, well, Houston, I've got to, I'm going to put in my garage floor too. So my garage floor over here, just as long as I'm here, floor architectural, and I'm going to go ahead and choose a generic 12-inch. Yeah, I guess generic 12-inch should be fine. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so what I want to do right here is I want to go ahead and I want to create this. I'm just going to make a rectangle here because it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to pick the outside corner here. And then go all the way over to here to this side, right over here. Hit the green check mark and let's see how that, oh, I'm probably gonna have to move that to grade. I'm sure I will have to actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over here and so I gotta grab that and I have to make that at the level grade. So once you do that, it looks like that. Now we're looking like something. Okay, that's looking good. And yeah, these right here don't, oh, I gotta actually change that down. I gotta move it a little bit. So I'll go back to level 1 and I need to make sure that all right. Yeah, that floor needs to actually come through there. Get that. Yeah, it's really hard to select it here. Okay, if you can't see something, you can always click on this light bulb here and it lets you actually pick the hidden elements. So I'm going to click on that right there. I'm going to unhide it. Go here, so I'm going to do that. So now I'm going to click on this and now I'm going to edit the boundary. And what I want to do is I want to take this and want to move it over a little bit because that should go over like that, like there. So the green check mark just to make it, you know, consistent. When I do that, my floor looks like that, and they will not meet just yet because they will later, but they don't just yet. So you've got that. Okay, so we got that in place and that is how we actually have that. Now we want to do level 2. Now level 2 looks like this. Now level 2 has this information going on here. First thing you want to do is you want to put the level, we want to go to level 2 and draw that. So let me go to level 2. And when I go to level 2 here, you're going to notice something here. I'll go to level 2 and what you're going to notice here is something that's a little bit disorienting. I can't see anything. The reason I can't see anything is I don't have my underlay turned on. So I'll go here and I want to turn on my underlay. So I'm on level 2 and I want to go over here and I want to say underlay. And underlay lets me pick what I want to see. So I'll pick first floor, level 1, hit apply. And there it is. Now I have this right here. Now, the beautiful thing about this is I can just go ahead and draw right over the top of this. And I want to use a wall. And now what I want to use, the wall I want to use is not an interior wall and not the brick exterior, but the sided exterior wall, because that's what's out there. So the sided exterior wall. And now what I want to use is finish face exterior. I'm just going to go right around the perimeter here. So go here and I'm going right around the outside, and I want to turn this on, define, so I can see where it's going. Yes, and now I can see the outside like this, and go right around here. And I'll go ahead and pull it right down up to here. Like that. And once I've done that, let's see what it looks like. All right, there it is. So that's what it's going to look like. So your second floor looks like that right there. So I've got that. So that is your second floor. That's your siding right there. Okay. So again, pretty simple stuff, but that's how you go ahead and make it work. So you're working on level 2 right now. So back to level 2, if I go to here, that's what it's supposed to look like. I'm going to put a floor in now just so that we can orient ourselves a little bit better. So to put in the floor, first of all, I'm going to turn off my underlay because I don't want to see it anymore. I don't need it anymore. Once I got that drawn, I'm good to go. So I can go ahead and turn it off. Turn off my underlay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a floor. Now to put in the floor, I do the same thing I did before. Go to floor and architectural. And I'm going to put in the same floor I put in before, which is this carpet finish. And I'm going to use these, the pick walls. When I do that, green check mark. I'm going to say don't attach, I think, at this point. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so I've got this. So you do this and you've got your floor right there. Okay, so you got that. So I've got these right down there, and let's see. Oh, I want to attach those actually. Okay, so let me back that off right here. Yeah, okay, so just grab these. I'm going to attach, you can attach the top or the base. So I'm just grabbing those walls, and I'm just telling them to attach the bottom of the floor. That's all I'm doing. So grab this. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I got that. So now it looks like that, and totally open. And so I can go back to level 2. And what I want to do is I want to start to place my walls. Now the wall, the way to do this is, again, you just draw the walls and then you move them later with temporary dimensions. So I know I need some walls here. So I'm going to draw a wall here and a wall here to make my hall. So I'll start by making the hallway. So I go back to my wall, and I want to use my interior wall, which is here. So I'll go here, click here, and pull it straight across like that. And then I'll do the same thing here to here. And I'm not worried about where they go. Right now, not too worried. Just going to go ahead and start to draw this like this. And then I have this kind of a thing. And I'm just going to go ahead and just put these into place just to give myself something to work with. And I'll fix all this later. But right now, I'm just trying to get myself oriented a little bit here. And just placing all these walls. And again, this is very forgiving, and let you do this right here. And then we will go through the process of actually making all these things kind of like come together. Okay, so now I've got that. Let me take a look at the dimensions over here to make sure I've got them. So first thing is this has to be 10, this wall has to be 10 feet, 2 inches, and then it's 10 feet, 10.5 inches wide. So I'll do those first of all. So I'll go here. And I want this to be 10 feet, 2 inches. So I want to make sure I'm at the right location here. So I want to go here. All right, so it's going to be 10 foot 2, 10 foot 2. Boom, I've got that. And I'll go ahead and click there. So I've got that. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing with this wall. And that's got to be 10 foot, 10.5. So go here and make it 10 foot, 10.5, like that. When I do that, I can go ahead and click there, and now that's in place. So I've got this. So what I just did there is I went ahead and dropped that in there. So let's take a look at that in 3D and see how we're doing here. So now, see that? We're looking pretty good here. I got these different things in place. It just helps to place the floors just to give you some orientation. That's just what I do. So I've got that. Okay, and then what I've got here is back over to my level 2, and so I've got that. Now, what's the next one? This is 12 foot 5. So this one's got to be 12 foot 5, and this one's got to be 13 foot 6. So 12 foot 5 and 13 foot 6. So I'll go here to this one. I'll make this 12 foot 5. We'll see how close we are. Touch this inside wall. And that's gonna be 12'5", so 12'5". There we go. And I'll go ahead and click on that because I want to keep that. Click on this and drag it on up. So I got that. And then this one down here is 13'6". So I'll go here. And again, all this is going to make life really easy. Just go on the inside, 13'6" for this one. And we'll go 13. Like that. And I'll go ahead and go there. And by the way, I typed in 13.5. It's just a fast way to type in 13'6" because that's what that is. And then let's see here. This other wall needs to be, this wall's got to be 12 feet up. So I'll click on this and I'll make this one 12 feet. So I'll type in 12 like that. Okay, so now at that point, I'll click on this and I'll take that dimension. So now at this point, I've got a lot of these things placed really quite well. They're looking good. And then at that point, I could take this dimension and move it. Actually, yeah, get rid of the leader. Okay, it's 12 feet. Okay, so 12 feet and 13'6". Okay, so I've got those. All right, now this one needs to be 6'6". I'll go here, and that needs to be 6'6". So 6 foot, that's 6'6". So we're good to go there. And I'll drag that up. All right. And this needs to be 17 feet and a half inch. So 17 feet and a half inch going all the way down to here. 17 feet. $70 feet and a half inch right there. Like that. Okay, so I've got that. Okay, now at this point, I can begin to do some other things. This one right here, this got to be 5'3", so I'll click here. And that's 5. I got it right the first time. Okay, so we're good to go. That's 5'3", so we're good to go there. Then I'm going to start to put in some bifold doors. I'll go to door, and I'll put in some bifolds. These are all 48, I think. So go ahead and drop it right here. Those all bifolds. I think so. Yep. Okay, that one's got to be wider, I think, right there. That one's got to be a yeah, 15, I think, is a different size door. Let's see. 15. No, they're all 48. Okay, so it's 48. Okay, so we're good to go there. Okay, so got those in place right there. They centered them. So if I go back to my 3D view, it looks like this. You can see it's starting to populate these. I got these different items in here. Okay, and then I also have over here, excuse me, I want to put in my doors. Okay, so the doors I think are all pretty much the same on this floor. And so this one is actually, that's a 24-inch door, but the rest I think are all 30-inch doors. Yeah, they're all 30-inch doors. So I'll just go ahead and do 30 for all these. And so I'll go to door. And I'll go to single flush 30 by 80. Okay, I'll go ahead and just start to place these. So I'll go ahead and drop this one here, roughly there. And I'll go ahead and place this one here, like that. And I'll place this one over here, like that. Okay, whoop, last one I should have got. Okay, so now I've done that. This one's got to be number 8. Which is probably okay. So they got to change the numbers here. Okay, And that's gotta be a 24-inch door right here. So go to door. And I'll put in a 24-inch flush right here. And this was our linen closet right there. Okay, and that one's got to be number 16. Okay, let's see here. All right, so we're looking pretty good here. Okay, now at this point, I've got a few things I've got to start to place in here. I'm going to save this, okay, because we're getting good there. Getting really good here. And then what we're going to do here is we're then going to build out the bathroom. Now the bathroom, yeah, the wall right there. Yeah, that's got to be 8'1 3/4. Okay, so do that. 8'1.75, boom, like that. Okay, so that's looking good. All right. Getting pretty windy out there, guys. Yeah, 6'4.5". Okay, gotcha. Okay, so we'll do another one here. Wall. Okay. Okay, and so this is, I'm getting a little bit into the weeds on this right now, but I just want to kind of show you how this worked. And then this one gets backed off, and just to kind of like, kind of like make this pretty correct right there. And okay, and then what happens over here is there's a bathtub goes into place here. And so I'd go over here and I'd go ahead and find under my plumbing fixtures, which is going to be tub right here. And take this and drag it right into here. And yeah, pretty much went like that. So go ahead and drop that in there. So that's good. That's how that should be. And then I would also have my bathroom. I got some bathroom stuff right down here, I think. Yeah, large second floor bathroom. I'm going to click on this and drag it in there. Drag second floor. Okay, so I got this, and this goes right in the corner here. Pretty much like that. Okay, like that. Okay, when I got that, that's in place there. Okay, so now that I've got this in place, we are looking pretty good. And then I've got another toilet in place here. So I'm going to place the toilet. So the toilet. All right, pretty much like that. That's how that works. So I'll save it. Okay, so now at that point, how's it looking? Well, it's looking like this. Okay, so if I take a look at down, tip it down there, looking pretty good. That's exactly what it looked like. All right, very much. Okay, like that. Okay, so looking good here. And then over on this other side, we'll go back over to here and over to this side. And then I've got this other information on this side. So I've got actually on this side, I've actually got a a shower that has to go in. So I go to the shower. I think this should fit perfectly. Shower enclosure 3D. I think it does. 36 by 36. I think it goes right here. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and okay. Yeah. That's it right there. Okay. Okay. Okay, and that is how that would go in there. Okay, and then this wall actually comes down and because that's proper technique, you actually have the wall come down here like this to the end there. Okay, and then at that point, a little bit down a little further. Just slightly past there. Okay, and then yeah, and then I think you can go over just a hair. So I'm going to align those two together. So I'll align this with that. So here. Okay, perfect. All right, and then another toilet. So I'll show a little quick trick here. If you click on this right here, I can right click my mouse and go to create similar. And I got another one right back there. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do here, I'm just going to go ahead and place the sink vanity around. Okay, and there's actually a there's a little casement there too, but that's it. So once you get there, you're pretty much where you want to be. And then I'm going to pull this back right here because at this point, that's how it should be. And pull this back here. And the stairs are going to go right along there. So then we'll get there. Okay, so we got that going on right there. So that is, then I just need to put a door in there. And we are good to go as far as that goes. So the door goes here on this one. I think the wind just blew something. Okay, all right, and then this one over here has to go in and flip like that. Yes, it does. Okay, so this one's number 11, so you change that. And I'm going into probably more detail than I have to because I don't want to show you every little thing, but there's a lot of little tricks and turns here. I just want you guys to know what you're getting into. You'll probably be glad I went into a little more detail, but you know, also we got to go a little bit further this week, because we're missing it. We're missing a week because of what happened before. Okay, and then I've got let's see here. Then over here in the very corner, I've actually got another door here, and that's that one right here. Let me look at this one. Right now, this door is actually, that's a 24-inch door, isn't it? It's 24-inch door, and then the distance there is okay, 3 foot. Okay, 3'7" and some change. Okay, well, 3'8" essentially, 3'8" from there. Okay, gotcha. All right, so go ahead and put another wall here. Save this. Okay. that out again. Lovely. Okay, and then just one more door here. So go ahead and take this. Create similar. Place this right here. Okay, and so at that point, I'll say that. So that's how you do the second floor. So I've got that. So I'll save that. All right, let's see here. So got that looking pretty good. And all right. All right, so that's what that should look like. Okay, so you basically have that right there. So you have your shower in place right there, and you have your tub. All right, so that's how that looks. Okay, that is how that actually should look. Okay, so we're looking pretty good right now. So that's looking great. Okay, we're going to do just a couple more things here. And I'm going to place the porch on this building. Actually, you know what I'm going to do before that? I'm going to put in my my lower level. Now, the lower level, if I were to go back down to here, actually would look like this. If I go to this right here, I've got my lower level right here. So I've got this right here. This is actually a finished face basement. And I've got that. And that's a basic wall generic 8-inch. So I'm going to go back over to here. And I'm going to think I'm the right one, aren't I? Find out soon enough. No, this is the one right here. Okay. And yeah, this is what I've been working on. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right. So what I want to do right now is I want to go here and I want to go to the to my basement. Okay, now down here in my basement, I can't see anything, so I'm going to turn on my underlay. Turn to level 1 and hit apply. Okay, I'll say look up. There it is. Okay, so I've got this right here. So what I want to do now is I want to, okay, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put my basement in here. So I'll go to my wall. And it's just a 8-inch basement wall, generic 8-inch basement wall. So I'm gonna go ahead and go right around the perimeter here. And I'm using finished face exterior. And one thing I want to do right here is, as I'm working on this, is I want this to go up to the first floor, to level first one. Hit apply. And let's see how that looks. I think we should be good to go there. Okay, how are we doing there? Okay, if it does that, yeah, I must not have told to go soon enough, so I'm going to attach it. Clean up you have to do, attach. And when you get to this point, you're seeing that now it's starting to make a lot of sense. I'm going to do the same thing here, attach this. All right, look at that. Okay, so that is how we go ahead and place that. So now at this point, we are now looking good. So we'll save that. And yeah, so that's looking really, really good. That's making a lot of sense there. Okay, the other thing you want to do is you want to put in your ceilings. Okay, now I'm not going to put in the ceilings just yet because it might be a little, well, actually we could put the ceilings in now for level 2. And level 2 is this one. So I'll go ahead and put in a ceiling. And so to do that, I'm going to go to ceiling plans here. I'll go to ceiling plans and I'll go to level 2 and I will put in a ceiling. So I'll go here and I'll say ceiling, which is here. So go to ceiling and then I could just use automatic ceiling for each one, as I could do that. That would work. I could also just go and say sketch a ceiling. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just simply use my rectangle And just pick this point here and go all the way like this. Boom, boom, like that. And I hit my green check mark. And then at that point, when you take a look at your 3D, it shows you that looks like that. So then what I would do is I could just take all these walls right here, and I could go ahead and just take those, and I could go ahead and just attach it to the base like that. And what I'm doing right here is when you do this, what it does, it basically it understands, okay, you want these just to stop at the other location, which is what you want to do, you know. And so you want to just grab these. And so just go through these. I'm just attaching them like this. Does it make sense? Okay. I'm just attaching these. And you can always hide this stuff like we talked about before. So what I'm doing right now is just doing this attachment right here. Once you've done that, they're all done. Okay, so what I just did there is I put that together. And if I want to see through, I can, but there's my ceiling. I can do the same thing with my level 1. And over here. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in. So I'll go here. I'll go to my ceiling plan for level 1. And I'll do the same thing. So level 1, put in a ceiling. And no, I'm not. Maybe this one. So yes, I'm going to go to ceiling plan for this one. Okay. And so I'll go ahead and put in a ceiling here. So go to ceiling, same thing, sketch a ceiling. Actually, for this one, let me do this one. I might be able to do the automatic boundary. Might be able to. Automatic ceiling, yeah, it does it. Okay, so boom, there we go. Okay, all right, so we got here. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and that's good. And then we'll go ahead and you'll take a look at it in 3D. And what I'm gonna do is go there. Okay, I'll try this again. Make sure I got the ceiling in there. So what I'm gonna do is check it. And there's more than one way to do this. So I'm just gonna take a quick look and see what I got here. This is my section box. Talked about this before. Here, let's see, do I have my ceiling in place? No, I don't think I do. I'm just seeing the bottom of the floor, so I don't know why that didn't go in there. So I'm gonna put another one. So go back to level 1, make sure we're on the right one. Okay, level 1. Okay, so we'll do that. Try this one more time. Let's go ahead and try ceiling.
Third time.
Question?
No, I was saying the third time's the charm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's the same place. Okay, I don't know that. Okay, it's supposed to be on level. Okay, level 1. Try that again. All right, I think we're good to go now. Let's take a look at it. We'll go to 3D. Let's see. And oh, weird. Nope, didn't want to do that. Oh, well, I'm not gonna worry about this right now, but yes, you can definitely place that in there. Not sure why it didn't. It says it's there, but for some reason I'm not seeing it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh, you know what? It's just buried in there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this, I'll make this 7'10". Yes, so that it. Okay, that better. Yeah, that works. Okay. Yeah, okay, there you go. Sometimes you got to dink around like this stuff a little bit to make it work. Okay, so you've got that. So now that's all in place. So now those are all in place. So I have the floors and I have the ceilings. Yeah. And I got this other ceiling right down here, so that's good. And maybe go ahead and make that 7'6". Okay, so we will just go ahead and leave it like that. Okay, so we are good to go. Okay, so now we've got that. Okay, probably. You know what? At 8 feet. Let's try 8 feet. Let's try. Yeah, that's what the problem is, though. Yeah, so let's make that 7'10". We can sit in there. So 7'10". Yeah, thickness of that is a little bit more than I think it might want to be, but we're good to go. We got it. That's showing we're good. Okay, so we're gonna move on from there. Okay, so now we've got that. We're gonna just take a little bit further tonight, and we will take it from there. Okay, so what we're looking at right now, it should look like this. The garage should show up when we get this all done. Look at this one. Okay, not seeing the garage right there. We'll do do a couple more things here. All right, so one of the things that we want to do is, okay, we don't have any roofs yet. That's what the problem is. Okay, so we'll put the roof on the top of the house. So right now we're on level 2. So to put a roof on, we've talked about roofs before. We're going to put in a roof on right now just to kind of go through the process here. So to put in a roof, we've done this before. So we'll go to roof by footprint. Now this roof by footprint, we're going to leave the overhang. I think 6 inches is fine. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll change the roof right here to be wood rafter 8 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go here. So we'll go right around the perimeter here. And I'll go ahead and go there as well. And that should do, I'll hit the green check mark. One of the green check mark, what that probably didn't do is basically let's do, yeah, so we should be good to go there. Let's see how it looks. I have to move it up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So we want that to be at level 3. So level 3, boom. There we go. Okay. Interesting. All right. Okay. So now going back to level 2. So go to level 3. Okay, there's no roof. Okay, so where I want to be a slant on the front and no slants on the side. So I'll go here and I'll edit the footprint. I'll go on this side and I'll uncheck define slope. Uncheck define slope like that. Okay, and then I'll hit the green check mark. Now when I've got this, let's take a look at it, and there we have it. And that is not correct. Okay, what happened there? All right, something got, oh, okay, because it got truncated. So I'll just go ahead and turn off the section box. Okay, there we go. All right, now the roof pitch of this is supposed to be, I'm going to go to this roof right here. They're all going to be the same. So the roof pitch right here is a 512 roof pitch. So go back to here. Make that a 512 roof pitch. So go to here, make it 512. And right over here, so make it 5 inches, like that. Okay, then what I want to do is I want to extend this so that it actually touches the top. There, like that. Over here, we'll attach this one, like that. Okay, so now at that point, we are looking pretty good. And then we do the same thing for the garage. So for the garage, we're going to go to level 2. Actually, we can't see from level 2, can we? But we can try it. Let's try this. So level 2. Now at this point, I'm not seeing my first floor, so I'm going to go here and turn it on. Again, this underlay is something you just have to toggle on and off quite a bit. So we have it there. Now I'm going to put the roof on there. So I'll do the same thing I did before, roof by footprint. Now this one, I'm going to go same thing, same settings I had before. All right, now here, rather than go over here, I don't want an overlap here. I just want to come over right up against there. So I'm going to green check mark. Okay, so we're going to go there. I'll go here and I will edit the footprint here and remove this slope over here. We'll do that. Hit green check mark. We're good to go. And we'll do the same on this side. No, this one. Okay, and we'll make that 5 by 12, 5 inch, 12 inch, 5 inch. Okay, like that. Okay, good. And then we'll go ahead and extend that up. Now at that point, you've got a pretty, well enclosed structure right there. And then the other thing you'd want to do is you want to go ahead and put in the other windows or the fenestration, as we say. So I'm going to save this. All right. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We are looking good. I'm going to do one more thing now. I'm going to go ahead and place my, on level 1, I'm going to go ahead and place my porch. Okay. So I want to place my porch. So where is that? It's actually down here. I prepared it for you under here, front porch. I'm going to take and grab my front porch and bring it in. Okay, now at this point, okay, this is going to be the front of the porch. So I'm going to drop it somewhere right here, then I'll kind of tweak it a little bit. So there it is. And I'm going to take a look at it in 3D. All right, no, there it is. That looks pretty good. Let's look at it from the side. Okay, that's good. And I'm just going to go ahead and what I'll do is I'm just going to use if I can use this, see if I can align this. Like that, right? There we go. There we go. All right, and then I just have to kind of position her on the front, center it. Okay, so right now we'll just leave it like that, and that's what you would do to get that in place. So that's how we do that, and you're basically just going to use your arrow keys to kind of move it around to get it in place. Okay, so that's there. All right, let's see here. How are we looking here? For some reason, those don't have yeah, those pillars don't have the proper shading on them for some reason. Don't know why. Not gonna worry about it. All right, so we got that going on. Okay, so now once we've done that, we are looking good. I'm going to save my work. And then we're going to move on to here. I'll just go ahead and put in my windows, and then we will move on to something else. I think that might be about as far as I'm going to take it for tonight. So over here for level 2, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put in my windows. So I've got these windows. They're all the same. All of them are 7'4" from the side. These are double hung with trim, 36 by 60. They're all 7'4". So I can do this a couple different ways. I'm going to go ahead and place the first one. And then, so I'm going to go to window, double hung, 36 by 60, we said, didn't we? Yeah, I think we did. And then we're going to go here. Go ahead and drop it there. And I'm going to drop this one right around there. And then I'm just going to resize them afterwards. Okay, and once I've got these, what I want to do is I want to place them. So to do this, I click there. And what I want to do is I want to go to the edge here. Okay, I like that 7'4", so 7'4", boom. Okay, got that. Same thing over here. And we will just take this and move it to the outside and make that 7'4", boom. All right. And then we'll do the same thing here, go here, and we will do this and do this, go to the center, if we can. 7.4, boom, there it is. All right, and then we'll do it this one too. 7.4, like that. Oops, so that was the wrong one. Okay, now once I've got that, we should be looking pretty good right there. So, okay, there we have it. Okay, 7 foot. Okay, now the only thing I think the windows are the right height. Let's see here. Height, cell height is 3 feet. Let me make sure that's correct. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so that is looking pretty good. Then I just got a few other details I got to put in. Okay, so that's the basics right there. Let's see here. So what else we got to do for next week? For next week, we had to put in the stairs. Okay. And that's pretty good. And then the lot of detail, like the shingles and stuff, shutters rather. So we got that. Okay, I think I'm going to stop right there. So I'm going to stop right there and let you guys start to dig into this right now. And so what we did is we got this much done for this week right here. And then after that, there's a few other things we can do to kind of like make it look better. But that's where I'm going to stop for right now and let you guys go ahead and start to work on this. So I'm going to stop the, well, just see if you guys have any questions here. But any other questions right now, you guys? Any questions about what we've done so far? You guys still awake?
Yes, it just takes me some time now. I'm like,
All right, there's a lot here. All right, I know you guys are going to start to work on this then, and that's as far as I'm going to take it. There's quite a bit going on here. You guys can do it, but again, a lot of it is just what we've learned so far with the custom garage project. This is just stacking it up. It's another floor. I try to take the mystery out of it, make it a little bit less complicated, and so that's where things are at right there. So go ahead and work on that, and we will. So go ahead and start to work on that. We will move on from there. So that's, I'm going to stop the movie here, and we'll stop it right there.